Hello and welcome to Kate and Kat's podcast. We run our podcast a little differently than most. Our podcasts are completely spirit-led, and we never know who we're going to have on or what's going to come up to heal. Every episode is a new adventure where we walk people through healing anything from spirit guides to past lives to inner child work, how the energies and trauma affect the mechanical workings of our physical bodies, and exploring time, space, and dimensions and how it's all happening now. This podcast is for beginners and experts alike. This can be considered explicit content to some, as we do not edit ourselves. And sometimes deep trauma work comes up unexpectedly. And also we cuss like sailors.
On this episode of Kate and Kat Live, we were joined by our guest, Ming Na. They are frequent guests to our live Friday guided adventures, but this was the first time we got to spend time with them on a podcast. At first, they didn't know exactly what they wanted to work on, but we quickly tuned into a sinus, mucus, allergy thing that was happening with them. So we got right to work. Feel free to follow along and apply any healing that comes up conducive to what you need. Without further ado, if you love bad beaches, and that's your fucking problem, on with the podcast. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kat. I guess I'm like, do I go get them?
We have a guest tonight, guys. They're right here.
Oh my god.
Hey, pumpkins.
Loading.
Oh, okay. Hello.
You don't have to show yourself if you don't want to, baby.
Oh no, I'm okay with it.
Hell yeah. I started calling you by your name. Am I supposed to do that? Or on TikTok, are you just pumpkins?
Honestly, I don't really have like a preference.
Cool. Good, because I already did it. Bye.
I thought your microphone was a person when you first turned your camera on, and I was like, why is there a person facing the wall in the background? That was going to be my next question. And then I saw that it was a microphone. I was like, that's really weird.
Girl, turn your TV off in the background.
Oh, well, it's a whole process. Because I have.
You like sighs. It's a whole process.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a podcast.
First, I gotta turn it off.
Okay, there.
Anyway.
No, that was like a really long process.
No, like it's because I lost the remote to my TV like a while ago, and so I have to do it from my phone.
Oh, that is a long process.
Yeah.
Did it work?
It did.
Sorry.
My TV was off.
Okay, did you want to work on anything specific, or are you just gonna freeball it?
I was just thinking about freeballing it, because like the only thing that I can really think of is like sometimes I get too much like mucus buildup in my sinuses, and it like goes into like sinus, throat, and then my chest area. And
That seems pretty specific. Let's look at that.
Oh, it's really weird. I don't really have anything, but like when there's mucus, it
All the
all
time.
builds up.
Like nothing's really wrong with me. I just broke my arm a couple days ago.
Jesus, Pip doesn't do that.
I'm joking.
I was like, girl.
Okay, this mucus. Do you currently have anything set up for mucus? Like for me, mucus means intrusion.
And for me, it's like bullshit and lies.
Right now, I don't really have anything, at least not that I know of, have anything like set up for mucus specifically. All I know is that it tends to block a lot of the things in this area, and it gets worse like when I start crying and stuff, and mucus.
It's starting to be really emotional. I'm like, my right arm is heating up, and I want to cry.
I was gonna say salivating too, but then you said it works whenever you're crying too. So
because like even when I sweat and everything, the mucus just comes out regardless. If I eat spicy foods, it comes out like a saliva.
I'm feeling
texture.
heat. I'm feeling
gross.
heat, but it's only on my right arm.
It seems connected to dogs too, which is really odd. Do you like dogs in particular?
I'm okay with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily my favorite, but
I don't think you
I'm
like
okay
dogs.
with them.
I do not like dogs, so I'm just kind of like, do you like dogs? That's whatever.
When you bring up the dog thing, it kind of reminds me of like a dog's wet nose because they don't have sweat glands.
Uh-huh.
So I think it has to do with like their temperature regulation in their nose. Maybe. I'm just like.
Well, then merge with your dog form.
Here's my active merger with my dog form. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Exchange you information?
Exchange me information at this point.
That doesn't have anything to do with the emotional stuff, though.
No, because with the emotional stuff too, if I don't get all the mucus out, it actually does make me feel like sick and congested for the next couple of days afterwards.
Still inside this dog form.
Yeah.
The stomach is like messed up. There's like a lot of digestion issues inside of it.
Okay, so it made me go, you know how like in Chinese culture it's like the year of the dog or the year of the dragon? That's what it made me go to, and I don't know anything about any of that.
I'm a dog.
Okay.
With that zodiac.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
What up, dog?
Oh, it just I don't know. It made me think of that, or made me channel that, or whatever. I just wonder if that has anything to do with it, and if maybe you got killed for being a girl in China. I don't know.
I mean,
It absolutely led me to that just now. Like, it was just like, yeah, anyway, and then I wonder if they were killed as a girl in China. That's, do you want to see?
Hold on, she's inside a dog form first. Can we get her out of there and then go in?
I thought this might have been in China. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, wait. So you're saying that she was a girl in China killed in the year of the dog, but right now she's inside her dog form.
In China.
But that wouldn't be a girl in China. Is it still?
It's still the same.
Say what you're seeing.
Okay.
Say what you're seeing.
All right. So, hey, dog. It looks like you're in the streets of ancient China. And then whenever this is done, this part is done, and it's like, all right, done with this. And instead of saying it or doing anything about it, it pops over to this other life that's still in China. Oh, you have a bunch of lives in China.
I mean, you do love fucking anime shit.
Well,
but that's usually more like, that's not
different.
China.
Wait, what's different? Because Chinese anime, they be having that.
Well, I mean, it's because China and Japanese culture are like a little bit shared, and so they have
a little bit, but
their
there's stuff that is like nobody fucking talks. Like there's some anime that like China's like abso-fucking-lutely not, bitch. We don't fuck with that. I don't know if the same is true for Japan with like some Chinese anime.
Well, I mean, they made because they have several different like Chinese-based like ancient China stuff with anime. Like right now, they have Apothecary Diaries, which is specifically based in China. Like everyone's got Chinese names and everything. And I think that's produced in Japan.
This is making my right hip hurt. Or yeah, the joints in it while you're talking about it.
So this dog, I think that part is done. So you merge with it, exchange your information, all the things, and then disconnect, calibrate, anchor back into correct dimensional form, and then whatever this year of the dog bullshit is. Do you want to go into that?
Yeah, break contracts with it, or?
Oh, good point. Break contracts with the year of the dog.
It's
That
releasing stuff from the stomach and the back. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that made me remember that I actually know a lot of people who are born year of the dog right now.
Me? Just
Well,
said that.
yes. Well, yes, you, but like, and the other guy that I was dealing with, like romantic wise, that you didn't like, he's year of the dog. And I'm a year of the tiger, if that makes a difference.
Right on.
Hmm. My mom's an ox, and my dad's a rabbit.
Do you know what you are, Kate?
I am not sure. I think it was something that I didn't really care for, like a monkey, maybe.
Yeah, but with your actual birthday, not the one that's on your birth certificate.
Oh, I would have to look that up.
Okay. It's probably why you were like, no thanks.
Okay. And then, like, we used to go to this Chinese restaurant when I was younger, and it would always say, and I'd be like, that doesn't sound like me at all. That's really odd. Yeah.
But you haven't ever been a really big fan of any kind of zodiac anything.
It always sounded really
Western, Eastern. I'm not going to say all the different names for them. I'm just going to say Western, Eastern.
This is really important.
Are you looking it up?
Yes. On my computer. Notice the soft glow.
So for anybody like watching this podcast tonight, Ming Na goes to the guided adventures, so this feels more like a hangout. And like we're gonna be jumping around a lot is what it looks like, because we kind of started to go into one thing and then we went into another, and we're still in that same one, but it's just
technically we're still freeballing it right now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Specific.
Now there's like the paper houses that they have. Like I'm still looking around, and you know how they have the houses, and on the inside it looks like there's paper.
Oh yeah,
decorating everything.
That style.
Yes.
But I do like that style. That's like one of my favorites.
Hi, Shannon. I know you can't hear me. You like that style?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you said that I had like a lot of lives in China, I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Even it didn't make sense when we said it made sense. It made sense when you decided it made sense.
Yeah,
cool.
No, like I'm agreeing. I'm just agreeing.
I'm
cool
agreeing that it might possibly make sense because I said so.
Cool.
Maybe, possibly, just throwing it out there.
I don't know what to do with this life. It's like I don't think it actually matters.
I think you just needed to see it and understand it. Do you see it and understand it? No?
I mean, I see it. I can acknowledge it. But I don't know, like, why.
It was definitely something you needed to connect to with it, but I don't know. Like, I think it was just like hey, here's part of your oversoul. Merge in with this part of you. Okay. Like, what does it have to do with mucus stuff? I still don't fucking know.
Yeah, no.
Can we go to the most impactful point of it? Because it's all linked to China.
All right. Spirit, please give me the most impactful point I can feel about this mucus thing right now.
It's some kind of, I don't even know if this is a vase. An enclosed vase. Is this an urn?
I just felt doubled over in, like, pain. Okay. What did you get, Pumpkins?
When you said an urn, it kind of made me think of, like a really, okay, it's gonna be kind of weird. So, I don't know, it's like a box that I'm looking at. Kind of like a reddish brown kind of color. And it reminds me of a box that I was actually looking into whenever my cat passes away, and it's got like these little like flower designs on it and stuff. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
So
it would be the same as the vase urn thing.
Yeah, because it feels like a box you would kind of hold like this.
Well,
I keep making that motion.
Is this the dog. Is this the dog version of you? You know, that we were seeing earlier?
Like the dead dog?
Yeah, like dog version of her, and that's why it kept popping to different lives in China. I think that was you. I think that's the ashes of you as a different version of you.
Like two different versions of your oversoul. The girl and the girl's dog.
Hmm. Um, should I merge with this version of myself, the girl,
Yeah.
since I already did dog form? Please merge me in with this form version of myself. Information with them.
I don't know, it still makes me go, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
I don't feel like highly connected to any of it, so I'm just kind of
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
The crying, the salivating shit.
salivating to me would not be with emotions. Salivating to me is like either you find something really delicious or really sexy. So I'm confused about the salivating.
With her, when she cries and salivates?
I'm confused what you're seeing with the salivating because I don't feel connected to it. So I'm trying.
Oh,
I kind of wish that you would just say the things instead of waiting for us because you're seeing something really clearly.
No, in the beginning of this, she said that she salivates and has mucus when she cries. That's why I was asking, like, whenever she salivates, because you were saying, like, everything comes out, all liquids.
Yeah, mostly just from my nose. Like when I refer to it as like kind of agreeing that it's like a saliva, it that's the texture of the mucus. Like it just kind of comes out like that.
Oh, like it's like wet and liquidy. It's not like thick and yellow.
Yeah.
Like like what happens when people eat spicy food, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what this is connected to. It's like emotions. Um, like with the dog, the dead dog, and how you're sitting there looking at its urn, and that's the most impactful. So like, what is it like? Can we remove all magic and mirages from all this? And biblical God healing to all this?
Whenever I think about it, I do tend to be pretty much stopped up emotionally sometimes. Well, actually, most of the time. Um, and sometimes I do not like crying just because of the sole fact that it will make me feel like really gross and sick afterwards, just because of all the mucus that stays stuck inside.
So this is like a clean out.
Yeah, but it's stopped up, yeah?
Yeah. Kind of like a cork.
Well, okay, so if it's a cork, it's stopped up, it's the emotions, it's not coming out, it's stuck, and then when I'm like, hey, Kate, can you expand? She's like, standing there with the dog. I don't know what else you want me to fucking say. Standing there in China with this box dog. Like, she didn't say that, but basically she's like, I did spell it out. This is what it is. So did you have such an emotional attachment to that animal because it was a part of you that you just like shut down? Because when we went in, Kate saw a vase kind of thing, which was representing of urns and stuff, or it was an actual vase, possibly yours when you're. I don't know. It looks like it was white with blue flowers. Is that right, Kate?
It was the brown. It was like really old style china.
Oh, okay. So even when I connected to the vase, I didn't see the right one. You saw the brown and red with the little box thing, and then yeah, I think you. Because Kate keeps getting it's in China. This thing with the sinuses, this is here. It's here.
So I guess just fucking
uncork. Release
important.
contracts with like stopping up your emotions? It's releasing a lot.
Because for a second there too, I was gonna also bring up like maybe it's like cultural thing. I don't know. Because I know some cultures tend to be very separate and disconnected from their own emotions as well, for like their own reasons. Like could be family, could be work, could just be themselves.
I guess I'm not supposed to know what my fucking zodiac is with China because I've had to restart my computer like 3 times and it won't let me type the birth year and then it keeps saying that my number key lock isn't correct, so I'm just not supposed to look. So okay. Not important. Okay, now I went to some frequency tower. I think this is some kind of antenna overload on you, on this version of you, or whatever this might be. I think I don't think you're supposed to have these types of antennas, to be fair. So can you collapse all antennas that are not in your highest good or that are not supposed to be there?
Maybe update and upgrade too.
Okay, like the ones that are supposed to be there?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you put them back to their balanced divine working frequency?
Think what's common. I don't know if there is a common for that culture. What's a common divination tool that's similar to runes? Runes, like casting?
Those sticks. What are they called? Um, it's a form of divination. They have a bunch of sticks in a
Fortune telling. Yeah, it's with the sticks. They look like matches or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have like it's this, right?
Yeah, those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
because I dumped out like I have a new set of dice, not just my regular dice, but like a set of like a D20 kind of set. They're all green and brown. But it's not I was like, but it's not dice. It's this. So I think when you got rid of the antenna and then you like uncorked your emotions, you're like you open back up.
Honestly, since we've been doing this, my music is actually clearing up right now, which is kind of interesting.
Wow, that's so weird. It's kind of interesting. Oh my God, right? I've never met you before. I feel like every time you say that, we introduce ourselves to you again.
It's really weird, guys. I actually feel better after healing. I know.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I do want to point out, like, it takes a while to get to things sometimes, but we try to get there. But for those listening, when it doesn't make any sense, but we're like, this is it, we're not going into the nasal cavities, the sinus cavities. We're literally like, I don't know what to tell you. Like even when I'm not fully connected, Kate's like, there's not much more to connect to. This is what it is. I don't know what to say. And then it's working. So this stuff is not like the way that people say that healing is just this kind of weird shit is what works. Just saying.
It reminds me of what I posted the little time lapse video that I have today of the speed paint.
Yeah.
That one I wrote in the comments, but not the comments, but the description of the video. It said, "I just throw things at the wall and see what sticks." That's what this feels like.
Well, that's what well, kind of, I mean, yes, that's what we're doing, but that's what this like divination that I'm looking at for this is, whatever this stuff is called. You're looking straight at something, Kate. What are you looking at?
It's just you have a lot of contracts with China, so I think you need to break all contracts that are no longer in your highest good with China, just in general. Now you're at a big computer typing up a bunch of stuff, but it's really old. This is like a cinema computer. Okay, have you ever seen like the Chinese cafes where the people that don't have internet at their house, they'll just go and sit at for internet? Yeah. It looks like that, but it's a lot bigger. Like, you know how small those rooms are? It's big enough for like one chair. And it's a computer. Well, this is like almost like a theater size with a giant computer, but it's really old. And you're just typing stuff in. I don't know. Are you some kind of like cinema worker? It's for the computer.
This feels like an anime.
Feels like an anime.
Main character energy for sure.
Like the visuals that it's giving, it's very like it goes between like this tan and green kind of like thing, and then it goes to like bright blue neon, like old school technology, but also when it like zooms out, the big screen of it is like fucking new, like blue electric coming through, like streaming through. No?
I'm trying to visualize it.
Well, you're a main character in this anime. I think you even have white hair. Like, you know how the anime characters, they don't have like any other color but black hair?
Yeah.
So, I think it's white. Okay. Can you merge with all anime character versions of you?
It's going to be a lot.
Anime character versions of myself that I have. There we go.
Speed that up.
Exchange you information.
Exchange me information with them. Speed that up.
Disconnect, and then calibrate, align, anchor back into correct dimensional forms.
Back into the correct dimensional forms. There we go.
You know that Spider-Man meme where Spider-Man is looking at Spider-Man and he's like, you, and you. That's what this all of your anime forms looked back before they went back, and they were like,
just like,
yes. Are you feeling relief like in your back and in your torso?
It hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's release, but like it's tight. It's also tight at the same time. Not in the front, in the back.
Were they like your support?
Wait, say that one more time.
Were they like your support?
Like having those characters as like a support kind of emotional thing.
Kind of, and for like existing just in general.
I mean, honestly, that makes a lot of sense for me. If they are, because I tend to do that with a lot of things.
What were you saying, Kat?
Supporting role didn't work, but you guys got to it. So I was like, not quite, but you guys got to it. Like support system, not supporting role.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes me go, what is actually supposed to be there? Because it looks like you want to put a back brace on, but why the fuck would you do that? Why wouldn't you find what's supposed to be there?
Why does it feel like I can't support myself? Like I need to We've talked about this before in a guided adventure, I think. This feels familiar.
I keep picking up, like, there's this, I have a random set of green and brown, like a D12 set or whatever they're called, like a whole set, right? From D4 all the way up to the advantage or percentile dice or whatever the fuck. And I've lined them up. I didn't even know I had a whole set of those because I have these extra ones over here. They're not my main concern. Those are extra. I keep picking this guy up. It's blue. And it's like, it feels like it's supposed to be spinning like an orb. And it makes me go, because you guys are like, oh, what's the support that's supposed to be there? Is it soul fragments? Like, I'm very confused.
Soul fragments are supposed to be like released?
No. Can you just do the release and return, but like do the unbinding, the unlocking? Any object that you have soul fragments locked in, unlock it. Open safe exit portals. Cleanse and purify them. Merge them with their correct dimensional forms. Okay, so I used to use an example a lot when it comes to like soul fragments and altars and stuff like that, is people could have like an altar of Britney Spears even. And there'd be soul fragments of her inside these altars, like stuck. So if you have lots of anime characters, think of how many fucking altars of anime shit is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. Can you pull your essence? Well, how do you do that? I feel like it would be the same way of like they can emotionally. Oh, how do you even do that? This feels like parts of you don't want to be released because like people have emotional attachment to the characters.
Well, they can put their own essence in it.
Yeah, they don't know how. They can. Actually, you know what? Go ahead. Say the things that you were going to say because I'm tuning into the whole, like...
Spirit of its and mine is good. Please return, cleanse and purify, and return to me all of my essence that's been put into any kind of statues, monuments, whatever.
Posters.
Posters, propaganda, any kind of selling point.
Digital footprints.
And the like. And then they can infuse their own essence with it. And whenever they like look at it and worship it or whatever they do with these posters of these characters, that's what's going to put their own essence in it. It's their own energy. It's like their own soul fragments.
Can you do it to the fan art too, please?
Here's the fan art as well.
Even the nudie ones.
Oh yeah, and that one too.
Yeah, but you did not specify, and your team was like, "Yes, of course. Yes, of course." Like, well, especially those.
Oh no, I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought.
We'll underail the train. Find it. Choo choo, motherfucker. Was it about the nudie art?
Oh, because I was gonna say too, in turn with like the NSFW art stuff, I'm like, you know what? Just don't put a figure of me in a jar, please. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that image.
That's literally what was happening. That's what you were doing here, is getting all of that. You were in a lot of them.
Surprise.
You were
Surprise.
you're oversouls in a lot of characters.
Oh yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean, that just reminds me of the first time that I had a session with you, Kat. That like,
years ago.
yeah, one of the first questions you asked was like, "Do you know how many lives you've had?" And I'm like, "A lot." And you're like, "I'm hearing thousands." And I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Oh, were we in your Akashic library?
Yeah,
It was like, how many lives on Earth have you had? And then
yeah.
like how many? Yeah.
Mostly in China. No, I'm just kidding. I was an anime character.
I mean, honestly, that makes sense. That would make a lot of sense.
You like wearing the unibody thongs a lot. I don't know why it just keeps showing me that. It's like, and then this unibody thong, and I'm like, that's awesome. Anyway, and it's like, it's
Do you know what a unibody thong is?
No, but
It's like a Speedo that's like pulled
like a
up like
banana.
suspenders.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what that is.
Why is it showing me this consistently? It keeps doing it, and again, and then you'll turn around too, and you're like, so what you doing?
Vibing.
Like some kind of photographer, spirit of tonight, please merge me with this version of me, exchange me information. Wait, why are you doing it?
Oh, they're just following your lead. That's what they're used to.
I don't know if I'm some kind of like director or like photographer, but I'm like, yeah, that's a good shot. I'm probably perfect for it because asexual, and I'm like, yep, people like that angle for some reason. Anyway, we're gonna take a picture of that.
Y'all, are you gonna hang out in the photo shoot or what? What's next?
No, she keeps showing me her ass still, and so I'm just like, it's fine, and she's just like, I'm like, it's fine. I don't know. Can you please ask this version of you what it's trying to do?
Yo, what are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to book. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding. Get my dick, so what are you doing? Sideline, my fucking business. Sorry.
True.
I don't know.
Well, it keeps looping.
The only phrase that I keep hearing is, I just like it. I don't know. I like it.
That's
like, okay,
awesome.
That's
I'm not.
Oh.
I feel nothing here, but other people will.
Do you want me to seduce you?
It's just like, what do you want me to say? Oh, fishing for compliments. Hey, you can fish for your own compliments. Like, you should be looking for your own validation. Seek your own validation. Yep, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Wow, the mucus is actually coming out of me right now.
Wow.
It's like it's
like dripping, actively dripping.
Yeah.
Is it because you're so hot?
Well, it's all of the above, really. I am very hot right now, though.
I'm glad you sought your own validation for that one.
Spicy. You know what? That's actually one of the reasons. Well, not one of the reasons, but that's one of the things that helped me get into art is drawing spicy drawings. I'll go back to it once in a while because I like the anatomy of everything.
A lot of people seem to. I think that's it. With all that.
Yep, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. The mucus seems to be flowing a bit better. Like, I even actively kind of need to spit.
Do we want to go to the next most impactful point, or do you have something else?
Go ahead, spit. Go spit.
Okay. Oh gosh. Can I pause this? How do I do this?
Just touch the square and turn the camera off. Maybe even mute if you need to.
This one? Oh no. It's just on my phone.
Well, how fun.
What do I do? Oh, never mind.
What?
Oh, sorry. I can go again.
Yeah, I leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Can leave again. It's cool.
No, I was gonna ask Kate, what do I do when she is seeing something and I think we've looked at it before though, like when she's seeing something and I'm not connecting to it because it's happened to her before too, but I didn't know how long you were gonna be, so I was just gonna be like, oh, let me ask her that, but you're here, so let's do another.
Well, maybe it has something to do with it.
Maybe.
I think do you think it's because we're standing at the other end?
I mean, I know we work on the opposite ends of each other, but I used to, no, I don't know, because in the guided adventures, most of the time we're in the same spot. And with pumpkins being on the screen, I figured it would be basically like that. But for some reason, we're at opposite ends, and I know we do opposite ends when we do work.
Maybe it's like a contract with whenever we work with somebody one-on-one, because it happened in a one-on-one session too. So
I guess it does tend to happen there.
So creatives kind of typically break all contracts they have with being on the opposite end in like a one-on-one session or like tackling things.
Now, when we're tackling things, I'm good with us being on opposite ends for the most part, but when we're tackling things with somebody, it's fucking difficult to not know what the other one is talking about or not be in the same place.
It just looks like, yeah, we're literally waiting on the other end. It's almost like a pass me the football, coach, and we're both waiting for the football whenever the other person has it.
Are we all
put that back on?
What are you gonna say, Pumpkins?
I was gonna say, are we all just playing like one big game of telephone?
Hello. Okay.
No.
Moving on.
It feels like you're most of the time, again in the guided adventures, you almost you'll start talking and we'll interrupt because we're getting stuff. You'll wait, whatever, and then it goes to your square, and then we're talking and everything's good, and then you'll start yes, I see this and this and this, and we'll get something and we'll just go in. But with this, it's almost like you were waiting for one of us, or waiting for both of us, and both of us couldn't start talking because we were on opposite ends. So you were kind of in the middle, almost like a triangle, being okay, where do we go?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's just because with the guided adventures, we mostly open with the opening statements. Well, the prompt, and we do all the clean ops and stuff
the clarity stuff.
Into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like you automatically do it. Most of the time we do. I mean, we do that because it's really good to clean off from the day and stuff. But when you do it that many times, you'll automatically do it.
Okay.
I literally think it was just one-on-one stuff. It seemed like all right, let's tackle this. And it's cool, we're playing football. Oh, collapse that field. It's not a playing field. We're healing. We'll put it back to Valentine working order. I think it's good. Hell yeah.
Still fun to have you here. I just don't I'm just I get worried also too because sometimes when Kate and I aren't understanding each other or don't feel like we're being understood, we'll have stuff on us, and then we have to feel like, are we just not channeling into the same thing, or is there something on our communication, or like it's like a weird thing like that.
There's a bunch of biblical God stuff too on China, the China stuff. Her mother in particular trying to kill you, but that's not anymore.
Honestly, that makes sense for our dynamic.
And also, too, what's really interesting, that little vase silo thing, that's where they used to build giant ones of those. And that's where they would keep dead babies that were girls. So it's also really interesting that they would, that's what would happen. Doesn't look like anymore, but.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, when you said that, it makes a lot of sense as to why I always thought the word silo and thinking about a silo kind of gave me a weird feeling.
Oh.
I never thought that that was like an irrational type of thing, like for this life. But yeah, it kind of it creeped me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, those feelings don't come from nothing.
I know they don't, but I just never really thought about it. That
you can connect the two, right?
Yeah.
Can you release all soul fragments you have with the baby silos?
I am too.
Okay. Love and love, life, forgiveness, divine justice, cleanse and purify them. Send them back to their rightful owners this time. Scar tissue removal healings. Backslides, landslides, mudslides, backlogs.
I misheard that word the first time.
Which one?
Backslides. I heard a different word.
Kate wants to know what word you heard.
Yeah.
Backshots.
Oh shit.
Well, if you heard that, then yeah, do the backshots healing.
Alright, do backshots healing.
Speed that up. Nasty. Push it forward for hours.
Push it forward for hours. Hey, what I've learned by doing a lot of this stuff is that's just where it goes a lot of the time.
Well, I mean, there's nothing like my energy is, even though I don't talk about it a lot and stuff, I have lots of sexual energy. Like that's what it is. My mind thinks that that's channeled messages for that. Kate, even though she is asexual, she still thinks of like funny, dirty things too. Like it's, there's nothing weird or
I mean, you
whatever
hear
about
the
it.
songs I use, and you hear the way that we talk.
I mean, I never thought there was anything weird about it. I just think it's funny that it just goes there every single time, no matter what happens.
Well, that's what you have set up for your channeling.
Yeah, because I like it. I think it's fun.
Exactly. I think it's really weird when people try to use like stuff that's in like the spiritual community or the witchy community or what they think they're supposed to use for channeling words or whatever, instead of the stuff that they would normally say. Like the stuff that they have interest in and the stuff that they would normally say, that's channeling. Like the other stuff is so forced and weird.
That's one thing too that I always hated about like delving into the spiritual community and stuff is like angel numbers and stuff and synchronicities and what does this mean and what does that mean?
Learning the lingo. And it's like, why do I have to learn this kind of lingo to fit in, to heal my stuff?
Did you ever get into that? Because I did. I fell like right into that kind of stuff. Did you get into it too?
Yeah.
With the numbers and stuff?
Yeah, because I was right around the start where I was like getting on TikTok for the most part. And so TikTok immediately gave me spiritual TikTok. And so I was like going through all of that, and then I got into the witchy stuff, and then it kind of just went from there. And I think the first couple of creators that came up for me was like, Witchfoot when she was still here, and you were there too. And Kat never stopped showing up on my page. Like she was always there. She always I didn't even follow her for like the longest time.
It's cool.
And her stuff would just keep coming.
Hell yeah.
Kate didn't post anything back then.
Hell yeah. I was like, I have everything just fine up here. It's like, why don't you share it? I don't know. It's fine right here. I will tell people about it. Yeah,
right
it's all
here,
good.
but, you know, just let people know it's right
I
here.
think when I connected to the numbers and stuff, it just seemed like there were, because I grew up in the church, I guess, I just felt like there were so many people that like knew better than me.
Mm.
Like I like they were talking with such confidence, and it looked like they had things, you know, again, it's like Kate was saying the things, I couldn't see it, but I know that Kate was seeing it. So I was like, these people must be seeing and hearing and feeling things that I'm just not privy to. Like, I'm not connected enough. So these people have all this like wise information. And then I realized, especially since they all talk the same, I was like, they must all know stuff that I don't fucking know. And I remember being like they'd be like, oh yeah, don't you see and feel? And I was like, I don't feel anything. I don't see anything. And they're like, yeah, but you talk like you, and you know, it was before I had opened up. That was way before TikTok. And I was like, yeah, no, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, I see the same thing. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Like, I don't see any of it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too when I started watching a lot of like your content, Kat. Is like, I don't know what's going on. And then nowadays, the way that I kind of like think about it is to not think about it too much, honestly. If I get immediate an immediate image or like an immediate like word,
just go with it.
Go with it. Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
We try to explain that to people, but they don't believe us.
They think they're silly, and then in turn don't do it because they don't want to look silly.
It's like not wanting to look silly, or like feeling that because they can't do it, something's wrong with them and they're broken.
But they can do it. They're doing it, but they don't trust themselves. And we'll be like, no, that's literally it. Like, you got it. Like, you're like, yeah, it's like a box or a thing. And it's like, yep, that's it. That's what it is. Or like, you know, channeling whatever, the sexy something, whatever. It's like, nope, that's it. It's what it is.
Also, going back to the photo shoot thing, when you said that unit thing, it just made me think of Borat.
Me too.
I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
My wife.
Not necessarily a banana hammock, but
oh yeah, that's a word too. I was thinking of too.
A banana hammock for girls.
That style too does actually show up in a lot of anime too. Like what they call the shoujo drawings. They're just like sexy ladies. That's like all it is.
Yeah.
But, like even when I used to play like the Hatsune Miku rhythm game, which I still play that once in a while. There's a character in that their costumes or something. It looks like one of those like leotard things.
Okay.
Pretty sure you're them, but okay.
No, like I probably am them because guess what color hair they have? White hair.
What? I never would have guessed.
It's like white hair with red eyes is her thing, and the
is
whole
it your
like,
thing?
huh?
Is it your thing?
Having red eyes
and white hair.
I would say so. I do like that.
Then why do you draw yourself with, or why do you draw your character with teal hair?
Because right now I like the teal hair.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I know you do, but like, you're like, oh yeah, I would say white hair is my thing. And I'm like, huh?
Well, it's in one of the categories of the things that I like, okay?
Okay.
But honestly, I don't know why I draw my character with that color hair.
You like it right now. It's just it's a phase thing.
Yeah. And I mean, I've like
whatever the fuck.
Huh?
To transmute whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing too, because it's like what I told you I think in a couple of what is it? The guided adventures a couple like weeks ago, where I was telling you how like the anime characters have like specific personality traits tied to what their hair color is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that hair color has to do with like being misjudged as like being too sexual or something like that. It's like that green seafoamy color. And I would say that's kind of what she is.
What is white? Do you know?
White? I'm not too sure, but I think I could look it up.
Yeah.
No one was talking to you. Sorry. Windows has like these pop-up things that happen, and I'm like, I didn't even hover over that. Why are you saying anything?
And there's like, hello, blah, 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 and it starts talking to you.
Yeah, I'm just like, no one was talking to you. Sorry. It's like when I accidentally like activate my Siri. Let's see. Is it gonna load? There we go. I guess white would be like simplicity, coolness, that kind of thing.
It's
I'm
moving
like,
stuff when you're talking about it.
Mm-hmm. It could also
like
mean like someone
whatever.
who is like devoid of anything, kind of like cold, like blank. Oh, why am I thinking about Hatsune Miku? That's probably because I got brought it up a couple.
You need to merge with them? Hmm?
First time I just please merging with Hatsune Miku. That's my head.
And exchange you information with them?
And exchange me information with them.
I'm gonna look them up on my computer. I don't know what that is.
Hey, when people merge, I feel them basically like step into the body, and then like it just becomes one, and their features kind of feel like exactly the same, but also different at the same time. What does it look like?
You're asking me that?
Yeah.
That. It looks like that.
Oh, okay.
They are their body, and then they become the other thing's body, and then they become their body again. They like go.
Yep, that's what it feels like. I've just never asked you before.
Yes. It's like that. Their body, its body, their body. Okay.
Wow, how weird that it feels just like it looks. Wow.
Hatsune Miku.
Oh, of course. Jeez. Sorry, I'm still looking at the anime hair thing.
Is that what it's called, though? Hatsune Miku?
Yes. Hatsune Miku has teal hair, though.
Oh, God. It's bringing up sex stuff. Okay. You know, because Safe Search is on, apparently. Blur is on. So... Hatsune Miku. I don't know. It's not letting me because I don't know how to spell it. So, teal hair stuff. I believe you.
What?
I said teal hair stuff. I believe you. Whatever it looks like. Because I can't search for it.
Hey guys. I know you guys are nerding out and doing nerdy research stuff, but it's 8 o'clock, basically.
You ready to do the closing statement?
So we need...
Oh, we got 1 minute. We got 1 minute.
Okay.
All right. You want me to do it really fast?
Wait, she wants to show the thing.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the musician, right?
Yeah.
The hologram musician person?
Yes.
I know them.
That's not what...
I didn't know their name. I'm just like, I know that.
I was bringing up porn. Anyway, you ready for the...
Hey, I'm not going to show that on the TikTok live.
Not on ours. Yes, we're ready. Yes.
Spirit of tonight, please activate the close-up / sign-off spell this, and the closing statement spell this, the alignment healing spell this, the calibration healing spell this, the merging healing spell this, the timeline healing spell this, the timeline fill-up healing spell this, This fills the book on all dead timelines and all dead versions of me. The blowout healings tell this, the burnout healings tell this, the sensory overload healings tell this, the brain aneurysm healings tell this, the ripple healings tell this, and speed all this up. Please copy and paste all of this to all forms and versions of me that need it throughout time, space in between, all dimensions and forms, up, down, left, right, side to side, front to back, conducive to what they each need. The residual to the thing down, flip, and reverse into all four quadrants. Speed this up, push this forward, ripple it outward, secure it down. Spirit of it's in the highest good, please undo anything and everything that was done here, that was not supposed to be done, that was not done in the highest good.
Hey, I think we have the same microphone.
Is it the blue Yeti? It's like blue.
Yeah.
Like actually blue.
Yeah.
I have that too.
I think yours is smaller than mine though. Mine is pretty big.
Hey! No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I don't mean to be a
A snob.
Why am I holding it like that?
Because there was a person that was looking at your wall earlier.
Well, it was fun hanging out.
Yeah.
Yes. This was very fun. I didn't know what to expect when I came on, but
Neither did we. We never know what to expect.
That's the fun part.
Expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Ha.
It feels very Tumblr-y.
That's easy. Well,
All right, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
To book a dual session with Kate and Kat, visit either of our websites listed in the description of this video. For a spirit guide reading, you can book with Captain Kate at www.captainkate.com. For a one-on-one trauma healing session with Cat and Boots, you can visit www.catandboots138.com.